Hey St. Louis, ever wonder where Morgan Ford Road got its name? There's a vast hidden history buried underneath this old city straightaway, and the origin of this stretch of pavement is one of the most interesting little known stories in the city. Here's the word on the street for Morgan Ford. Way back in 1805, one of the earliest American landowners, a fellow by the name of William Russell, purchased a tract of land about 4 miles southwest of downtown St. Louis and just south of Tower Grove Park. He dubbed the 432-acre swath of land Oak Hill, which was enclosed roughly by the modern-day borders of Gustine, Arsenal, Kings Highway, and Chippewa. The land was slowly developed, and the road that we know today was born as a humble two-track that led to the Russell residences. Eventually, it was known as Russell Avenue. The Oak Hill property traded hands a few years later to William's brother, James Russell, who soon thereafter discovered distinct black streaks along a hillside. Taking Mother Nature's hint to the riches that lie beneath them, James, along with his brother, formed a coal mining operation right across the street from the park. By 1820, the Russell coal mines, or the Gravois coal diggings as the locals knew it, became a huge economic boom to the region and was providing coal to much of the South City area. It continued as one of the largest coal mines in St. Louis, unearthing as much as 60,000 tons by the time it was closed down in 1887. To put that into perspective, one single coal car carries about 100 tons of coal. The Russell family's good fortune didn't end there. They were also sitting on valuable clay deposits, which led to the founding of the Oak Hill Fire, Brick, and Tile Works in 1865 at Morgan Ford in Utah. The dense, fire-resistant bricks that were produced there became a claim to fame for the family and helped turn St. Louis into the beautiful brick city we know today. The Russell family was a great influence on the city, and their legacy remains attached to the region, if you know where to look for it. Over time, hundreds of beautiful homes began popping up all around the Oak Hill neighborhood, and as development continued to move ever west, there was a need to get across the ever-encroaching River des Peres. Back then, there was no 6-lane bridge to stroll across, only water and mud. One would have to ford the river, and for anybody who hasn't played the old Oregon Trail game, fording is a means of getting across a shallow part of a stream or river, ideally by way of boat or carriage. A man at the end of the street with an eye for opportunity bought the ford across the river for commercial passage. That man's name? You guessed it, Morgan. The street was known by the locals as the Road to Morgan's Ford, which eventually evolved to its modern-day name. Today, Morgan Ford is a stretch of scenic city driving with a smattering of eclectic shops, bars, and all kinds of landmarks and places of interest for all to enjoy. With a rich history and a promising future, Morgan Ford is certainly one of St. Louis's favorite stretches of asphalt. And that's the word on the street. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video, maybe even learned something. If you like the sound of that old-timey music, be sure to check out Miss Jubilee and the Humdingers. They were kind enough to let me use some of their music for these videos. Well, until next time, leave some comments on some streets you'd like to learn about, and we'll see you next time.